channel, glad to have you here. Today I'm going to share with you 3 low competition, high demand Amazon KDP keywords to help make the process of researching much more easier for you. I'm going to go straight away to the keyword of the day, the first keyword, which is executive functioning workbook for kids, and it has a wonderful, really high keyword niche score of 69 and a total results of 334 and an average price of $16.33. Going the lowest of the price is $7.99, which is a perfect pricing for Amazon KDP books. Now, although the majority of these books under this niche is medium to high content, as in they are actually ebooks or books with a lot of writing, this should not intimidate you or scare you because there is a lot of potential to niche down to low content. And if you are a subscriber or a customer or a visitor to Creative Fabrica and other sites such as Etsy, you can easily get a combination of sheets and worksheets that you can combine and create a workbook under this niche executive functioning workbook for kids. And we're also going to look at a couple of workbook ideas that are ranking quite well, and we're going to ignore the ones that are sponsored because these ones, they're on the top because the owners have paid a price to run ads on them. We're instead going to focus on the books that are not sponsored, and as you can tell here, there are a lot of books that have a bestseller rank, and most of them are categorized or in the category of children's learning disorders, behavioral disorders and special education, parenting and family reference as well. So you need to know, first of all, what is executive functioning normally. So I went to Google here and it says executive function and self-regulation skills are basically mental processes that enable us to plan, focus attention, remember and juggle multiple tasks. And I really highly advise you, if you would like to create books and workbooks and journals under this niche and take advantage of the fact that it is a low competition and very much high demand, to do your own research, to read a lot on executive functioning, and also to understand that you need to create a workbook designed for children. You can sub-niche to specific ages and genders as well, and you could also need to understand that you need to create worksheets designed specifically to help in strengthening the skills in order to enable children to plan effectively, focus attention, remember and juggle multiple tasks. So in order to get started, you can easily go to Creative Fabrica, and I did previously write executive functioning. I did not find anything under this niche, under this keyword on Creative Fabrica, but you can also go ahead and specifically go to the teaching materials, and you'll find a lot of worksheets that are available for commercial use that you can download and you can combine, change a little bit around in order to make it unique. And these worksheets are designed to help with behavioral emphasis when it comes to children, so helping them to focus, helping them to remember, to juggle, to plan, to set goals for specifically for children. So you can go ahead, do your own research. For example, here you could also write for example worksheets that help with self-awareness, that help with improving one's self. For example, here you could write worksheets for self-esteem, worksheets for all about me kids, and this is what I mean here. Let's go to the first one, worksheets for self-esteem, forgiving myself. And this is a wonderful example right here, and the author or the designer has several examples under different subtopics which you can then go ahead, download, change around, insert whatever value you feel is necessary to help that child to really strengthen their executive skills and their planning skills and their self-esteem and their confidence as well, and mostly concentrate on the skills that we did talk about, which is basically cognitive processes and mental skills that help them to plan, monitor and successfully achieve their goals. And remember, we're referring to children here, so be mindful on that. It's also a good example if you would like to create content for this niche, to have a look at specific workbooks that are designed not to copy but to seek inspiration. To see, for example, this is a wonderful example right here, executive functioning skills printables workbook, and this is something that you can do using Creative Fabrica by downloading specific worksheets or a combination of worksheets, combining them into a workbook. So we're going to go ahead and open the example, look inside the inside of the workbook, see what categories it is currently ranking for, as well as price. So then we'll be able to take note and seek inspiration. So this is an executive functioning skills printable workbook, and I'm just waiting for it to download at the moment. It is taking time, unfortunately, and I do have a couple of tabs open at the moment. So just waiting for it to open. We need to take note that it is an 8.5 times 11 inch book, so it leaves a lot of space for children to write, to take note, to read, and the text will be bigger as well. And then the size 8.5 times 11 is a great size for children. So it is ranked under education and teaching, and subcategory is schools and teaching. And it has been recently published in 2022. So it's just about under a year ago. It's not quite long. So having a look here, this is what's included. It's about worksheets about planning, organizing, time management, working memory, self-control, impulse control, attention as well, which is subdivided to listening and visual schedules, also to do with flexibility and problem solving. I'm going to have a look, and as you can see, these worksheets are easy to create. They're easily available on Etsy and on Creative Fabrica as well, and it's basically helping children to understand how to effectively plan in this section, how to effectively and correctly weight as well, and what are the behavioral processes needed, also to help them schedule and learn what's the best way to schedule their day. So it's a great example, this one here, and you can get the worksheets from Creative Fabrica or from other similar websites. Now let's have a look at the second niche for the day, and the second keyword for the day is positive behavior activities for kids. And you can also sub niche as well. Whenever you have 4 kids, there's always the potential to sub niche on girls, boys, young kids ages, for example 4 to 8, 8 to 12. So there's a lot of potential to sub niche here. We have the total results, fabulous, under 500, which stands at 474, and an average price of $15.65. We're going to go ahead and open this as an example, and it seems to be selling quite well, and it has a BSR score of 9,340. And also there's other books as well under this niche. And at the same time, we will take this keyword right here, we will go to Creative Fabrica, and we will see if there's any sort of worksheets that we might be able to use to help us in formulating a book. So we've got here Stop, Think and Choose. We've got lesson by lesson books about self-esteem. Now this is a really good way to take such worksheets, change them around, rewrite them, for example, or change the fonts. And it has wonderful activities related to self-esteem, such as word search, affirmations, places for children to draw a picture of their self-portrait. And this is all specific positive activities. There's also witness bullying prevention. There's also shyness, impulse control, empathy, anger management, responsibility. So this designer or author right here has established a wonderful collection of worksheets to help children with specific behavioral and emphasize positive behavior in children, such as stress relief, responsibility, and empathy, as well as persistence. So I highly advise you, if you are a customer at Creative Fabrica, go ahead and check Steve86 for these wonderful resources right here. And remember to always change around whatever you download from Creative Fabrica to make it unique. So just opening the look inside feature for this one, just so we can have a look at what's inside, and includes 50 fun and engaging exercises to help kids make good choices at home, at school, and beyond. And it currently has wonderful ratings, 793 ratings, and it is designed for children from the ages of 4 to 8. So we have the inside of the book with the heading, and this is what it looks like. On the inside, wonderful, beautiful patterns. It's divided into 3 chapters: little things, getting along, and big feelings. A note for caregivers, which is always a great idea to include for books dedicated to children. An explanation on what kind of activities can help as well. Going through the chapters, and it's a colorful book. Now, you don't need to include specific detail-oriented big writing chunks in there. You can also include worksheets such as the ones that we did have a look at. It's always a good idea to include some sort of explanation as well, to really help kids keep getting engaged, and also provide support for the parents and the caregivers as well. Let's have a look at the third and final keyword for the day, which is anxiety toolkit for teens, and it has a keyword niche score of 62 and a total results of 230, sitting at an average price of $15.82. And there's a couple of books that are also ranking as bestsellers, and also they have wonderful BSR scores. For example, this one sits at 6,440, and it is priced on as a paperback $15.93. Then again, you'll find books with medium to high content, and you will also find journal-based logbook habit tracker books that have taken advantage of this wonderful keyword right here, either in the title, the subheading, or the 7 keyword slots. So don't be intimidated by any of the niches that have the majority that are high content. You could always use the keyword if it applies to a specific book or logbook or journal or gratitude planner. You could always use it in the 7 keyword slots and have it ranking as well if it is relevant. So you can also go ahead and go to Creative Fabrica, and it doesn't need to be a toolkit that you're looking for. It could be any sort of anxiety related or anxiety relief and stress relief related worksheets for kids and teens. Exactly what I expected. You cannot find it for the exact keyword right here, but then again, under this keyword you could find the habit trackers. You can find any sort of anxiety relief worksheets that you can combine and make it for teenagers, and kind of change the wording around and the design around to appeal to teenagers. For example, this is an anxiety journal right here. We have anxiety post templates. We have then again a lot of prompts for anxiety and stress relief and so forth. And I've also have a anti-anxiety creative writing 50 prompts that I've originally created that you can also use, and it provides you with full commercial rights and include 50 unique written prompts, as well as how to use page and 102 pages as well. And it's a 6x9, but you can also easily change it to an 8.5x11 in Canva as well. So just simply upload that PDF in Canva and change it around to make it an 8.5x11 if you are looking for a larger sized book. So we talked about the 3 keywords for the day, which are executive functioning workbook for kids, sitting at a keyword niche score of 69. We also talked about The second keyword, which was positive behavior activities for kids, sitting at a keyword niche score of 49. And finally, we also talked about anxiety toolkit for teens at a keyword niche score of 62. And remember, there's always space to expand to adults, kids, genders as well, age groups, so don't be limited. And don't be intimidated if you see a keyword that is the majority of the books under that keyword are high to medium content. If you enjoyed today's video, like, share and subscribe. I'd love to have you on board. Take care and have a great day. Bye bye.